Hello and welcome to another YouTube tutorial. First, I will give a special thanks to Joshua Bra and Jeff Keff. I wonder if you could do a tutorial on Zelda-like combats. Yes, I can. First go to Google, then search for Mog Hunter. Locate the Chrono Engine demo and download it. This is of course easiest to do if you are starting a new project. If you already have an existing project, it'll be a little bit more complicated. But it is nothing we can't work around. In this episode I will just show you a very basic and quick way to use the engine and not how it works. I do believe you can use this for commercial and non-commercial projects. Just make sure to credit the creator. So, now that it has been downloaded, find a location for it. Then you need to find it again and open it in WinRAR. Extract the files. It doesn't really matter where as long as you're able to locate it afterwards. I do recommend that you just play around with the demo. Read how certain events are created, test things, and just try by yourself to learn how it works. A lot of these things seems far more complicated than what they are. So if you just play around with it, you'll eventually learn how it works. And it's pretty easy. So here is the tool map. This is where all of the spells and items are created. That map is essential for the plugin to work. You can change it, but then you also need to change it inside of the plugin itself. So here, inside of the plugin it says 1. That's because the tool map is map ID 1 inside of this demo. If, for example, on your project, you add the tool map, and that's map ID 164, then you would have to add that number inside of the plugin as well. And you can find the map ID number inside of the map if you click edit on it, on top left. So here is the demo itself. If you play around, you will see that everything works as they should. You can use the sword and shield, etc. Now just scroll through the events, look inside of them and see how they are created. Look through every map and you can learn something in each one of them. For example, if you need a bush that you want to cut down with a sword, just look inside of this bush, and this is how you would have to do it yourself. And if you go back to the tool map, this is how, for example, the crystal sword is created. So, if you want to use this combat system, you could create your entire game project inside of the demo. Then you wouldn't have to do much effort to learn how the things actually work. Like this, just create a new map and then continue creating your game from there on. Let's see, I'll just try something here. Just make sure that Star Transparent is off. Afterwards, let's just go through the maps and find certain items. For example, the chest for the sword. And if we maybe can find an enemy that we can copy and just use. And there we go. And you can sort of just create your game like this. Just copy all of the items and reuse them in different scenarios. Also, if your character won't show when you start the game, you could just copy the entire opening sequence of the demo game and use it, so that the problem solves itself. So Like this. So, I am guessing the game intro has some sort of event somewhere where it turns off the transparency of the main character. It's probably inside of the title or just after. So, if you have a problem showing your character inside of this demo game, you could just copy the entire intro and edit it for your own liking, um, instead of just trying to look through all of the events, trying to find where exactly this transparency thing is, you know? Like me, here, now. I'm showing you a tutorial and I still can't figure it out myself. But I have faith in you and I think that you'll figure this out. As I said, it's probably inside of the title. So anyway, what I was saying, just make your game inside of this demo game. Go through the maps. For example, here is a chest for a potion, or here we have hook, sticks for the hook shot, so you can like shoot at them and get drawn to them. I know this isn't the best tutorial, but it shows you just the simple stuff, how you can, in a smart way, use this demo as your game. There's even another way where you can copy all of your game files inside of the demo and then map by map until you have your whole game inside of it. And I can show you a very quick way. But be sure to make a copy of your game before trying this out. Because it might fuck your game up entirely. So be careful, make copies before you do things like this. So here, just transfer all of your game files inside of the demo game. Tile sets, music, whatever. And afterwards, you could just copy the game file itself inside of it as well. Or you could open up 2 RPG makers at one time and just copy one map at a time from your game into the demo game until you have the entire thing. And afterwards, just change around the tile sets, etc. for each map so they match your original game. And I will eventually create a new tutorial where I show you this in better detail. For example, how to make custom enemies, how to make bosses, how to make spells and items. And there are also a tutorial on this by Driftwood Gaming that you should check out. I also believe there's a YouTuber named Ken, just K-E-N, and he creates tutorials on this, and he's probably better at this than me. And I will of course add a description below with Driftwood Gaming's channel and Ken's channel, so you can check them out for yourself. I know that this tutorial was a bit shabby, but hopefully you have mastered the skills of understanding somewhat how the ABS combat system works, or at least how to use it. And like if you liked this video, and subscribe if you want to see more, and of course make sure to comment if there is anything you would like for me to show you or make a tutorial on. And thank you guys.